So when we're figuring out how far to stand, we can first imagine that we're setting it without a club in our hand.
Okay.
So if I'd gotten to my golf posture with no club, I'll just bend at the waist a little bit and bend at the knees, and the weight's going to be in the balls of my feet, so pretty much in the middle.
Okay.
I kind of have the armpits, so the back of the armpits over the knees over the balls of the feet. And so this will just be your basic athletic posture.
Got it.
So we're balanced. So if I'm in this posture, my hands are dangling from my shoulders and my chin's down a little bit. The lower back is flat and the upper back is rounded. So if I do this, naturally the arms hang in a certain manner, so just directly under the shoulders. There is some space between the end of my hand and my hips.
Okay.
So if I do this first, then I'll take a club, put that in my hand here, then there's my distance to the ball. With the longer clubs, I'm a little further, but I'm also a little bit taller too.
Mm-hmm.
So in the left hand, yeah, there is a pressure between the bottom three fingers and what we call the heel pad of the left hand.
Yeah. Okay, the heel pad.
Yeah. So this is an extension of the body. The thumb and the forefinger are not as tight.
Yeah.
It's always just the bottom three here.
Yeah.
Now when I put the other hand on, now there's a couple more points of connection.
Yeah.
The top of the left thumb to the bottom of the right. So there's a connection there. And this is almost like a puzzle piece because this fits pretty neatly under that.
Yep.
So I'm covering actually most of my left thumb with my right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one would be like the bottom two fingers here,
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit of the index kind of pressing against the bottom here.
Mm-hmm.
I basically don't want to lose these points at all throughout the swing. And so if I keep the grip together, nothing changes. Nothing changes from the setup to the backswing, to the downswing, to impact, and into the finish. Yeah. People do this as a drill all the time where they hit balls with the index and the thumb off the club.
Okay.
And so they'll hit balls doing this to kind of practice quieting down the right hand a little bit so that they don't get too active.
Yeah.
It's generally a good habit for people to practice hitting a ball with like the trail hand or the right hand kind of on the side of the club rather than on the top.
Yeah. Okay.
So if anything, it's the left hand that's on the top. As a right-hander, the left hand is on the top of the club. The right hand is on the side of the club.
Okay. Got it.
So the worst thing you can do is have left hand on the side of the club, right hand on the top. So this is essentially the instructions, right? Because if you set up and the club's resting a certain manner,
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is swing a club along that surface. So we're basically tracing the plane here. Open this up a little bit. From here to there.
Mm-hmm.
As you carry the hands up and around you, you'll start to rise a little bit because the hands will rise.
Sure.
So now the club's going to lift up, kind of off that original plane, but it's still going to be pretty parallel to it.
Okay.
So the big change for you is having the hands more where the back of the heels are here at the top of the backswing, whereas before they were very in front of you, too much into the middle or toward the toe.
Yeah.
Creating depth early, getting the hands to actually circle up and to the right to start is the big key to creating depth. Because in your natural backswing, you'll move the hands and the club both this way.
Yeah.
So that's a recipe for fading it. So now we're going to go the opposite. We're going to go kind of more in. Everything's moving more inside quickly, and they continue to go inward. So here at the top of the backswing, pinch this elbow in a little more. There we go. Yeah. So in the backswing, we trace the plane from setup to club parallel, going riding up that. Then we leave it as the hands and arms lift. Then the hands and arms come back down in transition. We kind of want to get back on there. We hit the ball on this plane, and then on the through swing, we still stay on plane here. So we're going that way. So let's do it again. We're just going trace the plane here, up, back down, staying pretty parallel to this here, and then trace it on the way through. I'm going to adjust your setup a little bit. I got to close your shoulders. There we go. Okay.
What do you mean by hand path goes in but club stays out?
Hands in, club out just means that as the hands are moving in, the club stays a little bit more outside of the plane.
I see. Okay.
So this is very helpful for a lot of people if they, for one, if you have the hands moving too far this way, it's good to keep the hands close to the hips. But also having the club out with the hands in helps you avoid sucking the club inside. So to some extent, we want the hands in and the club out. If we nail it, then we just go right up the plane. And we look like that. So pinch this in a little bit, and then raise this. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Just gonna guide you a little bit. Hands in, club out. A lot of depth here. Club's more up. Pinch that. There we go. Yeah. You don't have to turn the chest so much too. As with in your new pattern that we're gonna think about.
Yeah.
When you like finish the swing, right? Chest is gonna feel like it's more pointing right. So it doesn't have to be so rotated.
Okay. Okay.
So someone who rotates like this very hard, right? They're naturally going to be moving the club this way, right?
Yeah.
So for you, it's more we're rotating a lot here. Like we are getting a lot of depth here and a big wind up here, but then when you hit a ball, we actually have to finish more this way. And that'll make it easier to turn the ball over. Okay, start right there, okay? This chest is gonna be like that. Pinch the elbow, and then straighten the arms out. Okay, here's your finish. Boom. So you're gonna feel like it feels like everything's kind of pointing to the right, right? Yeah. Okay, the club's in the middle of my sternum like this. At setup, my chest is pointing at the ball. In the backswing, I rotate 90 degrees. Now it's pointing at the camera. At impact, it points at the ball again. And then in the finish, it points at the target. So there it is right there. So your natural tendency is chest doesn't, like the chest, it rotates plenty in the backswing, but then on the downswing, you go pointing it over there. So we got to take that and go. We're limiting how much the chest opens up on the downswing. So then we just finish like this every time. Just go. So club in the hand. Here's my finish. So try that. Backswing. Yeah. Now go to the finish. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Good. Good. Up and to the right. Point everything right. There we go. Start with the right elbow bent a little bit, more like under the left arm, essentially. Like I can just slip something under here like that. Hey, that was pretty good.